I never asked them to do that.
Any attorney in this situation
I never asked them to do that, Your Honor.
would give us the order.
Did I or did I not? Did I ask them to do that? Who's supposed to come at 10:30, Your Honor?
Call your next witness, please. I don't have that list right at my fingertips.
You said what happened?
I don't have that list right at my fingertips, but I know there's a witness available, so please call your next witness.
Can I be provided that 10:30 list? I accept for value in return for value this paperwork.
Thank you. If everyone would have a seat then. Please call your next witness.
And who determined this order?
Mr. Brooks, I'll take up that issue outside the presence of the jury later. There's a witness available. Please call the witness.
That's not the witness that was intended to be called at this time.
I understand that, sir. Under 906.11, I have the authority and the discretion on that, so please call the witness who's available.
So I'm being rushed to judgment.
No, sir, I'm trying to have an effective and efficient use of all of our time. So please call the witness.
Which is respected, but at the same time, being that this is my time
I'm
to
going to
present my
excuse the
defense.
jury for right now. I'll rise for the jury, please. Mr. Brooks, under 906.11, I do have the authority and just my inherent authority over this case to require you to call the next available witness. You, in my opinion, were not entirely cooperative yesterday with the process, and so I told you that 3 witnesses would come in at 8:30, 2 would come in at 10:30, 2 would come in at 1:30, 2 would come in at 3:30, and then if there were any left, I wasn't sure if there were or not, would come in at 4.
You also didn't provide me with that list.
You were advised on the record,
But
sir.
you didn't provide it to me.
Sir, you chose not to write down. So that's on you, not me.
Nah, that's
so
no, you
here's
can't.
the
That's
thing.
a rush to
Erica
judgment.
Patterson is here, so I'm advising you that she will be the next witness that you call if you so choose. If you choose not to call her right now, then I'm releasing her from the subpoena because we have almost 45 minutes until 10:30, just slightly under that. And there's no reason for you not to call her. She's on your list. She was on the listing as I understand it, with the groupings of 3, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, and so on and so forth. That's the order. I told you very specifically I'm not going to have everyone come in at one time because that's not efficient, that's not effective, and it's not courteous to them. People have families, people have jobs and other responsibilities, and we're trying to be mindful of all of that as well while having the state assist you in getting these people here. So I'm advising you that if you don't call her right now, you will forfeit your right to call her.
Is that lawful law?
Sir, I believe I have the authority to do that. She's here, she's ready to go.
She's
your witness.
I'm just asking the question. Is that lawful law?
I have the authority under 906.11 and other rules and the inherent authority of this court to control the order and mode of interrogation.
Your Honor,
of witnesses.
why is it always so hard to just say yes or no?
Yes,
is it lawful law?
I have the authority, sir.
I'm not disputing that.
You just
I'm not
disputed
disputing.
that.
No, I asked the question. Is it lawful law?
Sir, I've told you what I believe my authority is. Okay,
You told
don't
me
want
what
to
you-
recognize it.
you
That's
told
fine.
me
You
your
want to
authority.
object and note it. That's
you told
fine.
me your
Your
authority.
objection
I'm
is
not.
noted
I'm not
on the
debating
record.
your authority. I'm not.
So I will address one other issue with you because you said you had an issue regarding the last witness, which is fine. We can address that quickly, and then I'm going to have the jury brought in, and that will be your opportunity to call
That's a
Ms.
misdirect.
Patterson.
That's a misdirect. What issue did I say I had with the
You
last?
said you wanted to raise
said-
an issue with about Detective
What I said
Guzman's
was
testimony.
I might have more questions for that witness. I didn't say it was an issue.
Oh, I didn't hear that, sir. You had your opportunity to ask the witness questions. He's been released.
Your Honor, if I mumble something under my breath, somehow that's audible, but when I talk clearly, somehow
I may
nobody
have
hears
missed
me.
it, but I heard, what I interpreted was when you said I may have an issue with this witness, I didn't understand. I guess I didn't take that as you were going to reserve your right to recall him. So are you telling me you'd like to reserve your right to recall Detective Guth?
Yes.
All right, then that will be noted, and we'll keep him under the subpoena. Now, that should address that. I'll have the jury brought back in, and you should be prepared if you choose to call Ms. Patterson. This is your opportunity to do it.
At the same time, though, that's still a rush to judgment, Your Honor. You can't. I shouldn't be forced to call people in the order that I'm being told to when these are my witnesses, my subpoenas.
You did not want to provide us with the order, and I respected that, Mr. Brooks.
But I said that
and
from the
so
beginning.
then I asked
Your
you
Honor,
to put him in blocks.
with all respect, did I not inform Your Honor in the court that I would not give a specific order? I stated that numerous times.
And Mr. Brooks,
Numerous
I
times.
have authority to tell you otherwise. You may not like it. You may disagree with it.
It's not about that. It's about the rush to judgment,
You have not been
Your Honor.
cooperating with this process. The
There's
state
nothing
has
to cooperate
graciously
with.
agreed to assist you given your custodial status.
Okay, and I never asked them to do
Any
that.
attorney in this
I
situation
never asked them to do that, Your Honor.
would give us the order.
Did I not? Did I ask them to do that? I did not ask them to do that. They volunteered.
They offered.
So at the end of the day,
but we expect
if
your
they didn't want to do
cooperation in
it,
that.
yeah, but that wasn't one of the stipulations when they offered to do it, Your Honor. Let's.
No, common courtesy is the stipulation.
Okay,
sir.
but it wasn't
and here's the
stipulated
thing.
to, so I didn't have.
You are well advised of how this process was going to go.
No, I was not.
It is
because
normal
if you
in a trial.
you can't
to call
put the people
witnesses
you can't
out
put the
of
people
order
in a
based on
specific
their
spot for
availability.
me, Your Honor. Come on now.
It is.
That's a rush to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment here.
Did the state have to put their witnesses? Your Honor, with all due respect, did the state have to put their witnesses in order and tell me?
It's irrelevant what the state did.
Did they have to do that?
They didn't need your assistance to do that.
Did they have to do it?
No, they did not.
I didn't have to be
do
provided with. We're going to call this witness at this time.
But they're
and this
able
witness at this
to
time.
contact
They
their
didn't have to do that, so why should I have to
and
do that?
accommodate their schedules. This is not about you. It's not about the state. It's about the witnesses'
It's about what's fair.
availability.
It's about what's fair.
No, frankly, sir, it's about you trying to control what's happening in this court.
How am I controlling what's happening? I'm the one shackled to the table with
here's the
with a shock
situation.
device
It is
on my ankles.
9:52.
So how's I'm trying to control anything? I just want this to be fair, and it hasn't been fair.
Mr. Brooks, it's fair.
No, it's not. If I have to do something that they don't have to do, how's that fair?
It's fair.
Explain to me how that's fair.
The process that has been set up to frankly help you.
No, it's not helping me by it's helping the state by being able to say, if we know the time and we know the person and we know this, then we can be prepared. So we'll already be ready.
Mr. Brooks,
that was the whole aim of that.
And I would have had her come in later. You didn't want to answer that question.
There was no question. There was no question to answer. I did what you asked me to do, Your Honor. You said
you didn't.
yes, you did. You did. You asked me to give them my witness
Mr.
list.
Brooks,
I gave them my witness list. It's not my fault. It's not my fault they weren't going to be prepared to
Mr.
do
Brooks,
their
here's the deal.
to do
The
their
jury's
cross.
coming out, and I'm going to stand my ground on this.
I'm going to stand my ground too, but I'm not going to be
call
disrespectful or disruptive.
If you
I'm just
don't
stating I
call
want it to be
her
fair.
When the jury comes back out, I'm releasing her from the subpoena.
You can't do that.
For your
Where's
lack
the
of
lawful law?
cooperation.
Where's the lawful law? I have the right to
You
witnesses.
have to cooperate with this process,
But I
sir.
also have the Sixth Amendment right.
We have a witness available for you to call. I can require
It's
you
not
to
the
call
witness
her
that
right
should have
now.
been called at this time, Your Honor.
It is based on the list that you provided and
That didn't
in
have
the
a time. That didn't have a time or
I'm not going to
or
play
order.
this game with you, sir.
It's not no game. That's
It
what
was-
you don't
it
seem
is
to
a game
understand.
you. I believe that fully.
I don't care what you believe fully.
All right.
It's not a game. I don't take this as a game. That's what
explain
nobody.
this to you
That's what
once
nobody.
again.
You don't got to explain nothing to me.
Do you want?
That's what you don't understand. You think
you
that
want
this
the
is a whole
opportunity
game
to
to me.
question?
This is not a game to me, Your Honor. Nothing about this is a joke.
I never
That's
said
what
it
y'all
was a
don't
joke.
understand.
But there's
And it's
some things in the
unfair.
ship
It's
that's going on.
unfair and it's disrespectful to me that you think I would come in here purposely and treat this like a joke or a game.
I never said it was a
What
joke.
type of statement is that?
Mr.
Your life is not on the line. Mine is. And you think that I think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny whatsoever.
So
And I understand.
I think, Your Honor, with all due respect, I think you should show some
we're going to take a
respect.
5-minute break, and when we come back, the jury's coming out, and you need to call your next witness. Thank you. We are in recess.
No, you're not rushing me to judgment. I don't care what you're talking about.
So, Mr. Ematom, I'm going to find that you are okay to represent yourself. We need you to sign a form that you're going to do that.
Even if I don't consent to any of these charges, because I do have my paperwork, I do have.
If you don't consent, just go. If you don't think we have jurisdiction, look, if I didn't think anyone had jurisdiction over me, do you think I would be here? If I was in your shoes? Hell no, man. If I didn't think that someone didn't have jurisdiction over me to be anywhere, I'm not going there. I'm not going to get out, take a shower, put my clothes on, because I like to be naked, right? You know, I'm not doing anything like that, you know? So if you don't think we have it, just go. Otherwise, you're here. You know we do, right? Because if you...
I don't know. That's why I filed.
Let me ask you this. If you just took off now, what would happen? There you go. What does that warrant mean? What does it mean?
On, or what do you mean as far as like the warrant?
As far as jurisdiction is concerned, do you think that an officer is going to go out and actually pick someone up if they didn't think they had jurisdiction to do it? Do you know how much trouble they would get in? Do you know if Stephen went out there and arrested someone now just for shits and giggles, do you know how much trouble he would get in? Right? If he had no reason to do it, do you know how much trouble he would get in? Right, a lot. He'd lose his job. He'd probably get sued. Right? Can't claim immunity. He'd be toast, Swiss cheese. So that's what I'm saying. If you didn't really think that we didn't have jurisdiction, then go.
Look, I had to take care of this matter because
you know we have jurisdiction.
Learn something from this. Maybe you may learn something from this, and that 30 days will give you an opportunity to go read and educate yourself on how this works. I got other people that are taking the same position as you, and I've afforded them the same exact opportunity as you have, and they did not do what you did today. They're holding fast on their position, and that's fine. I respect that. But I don't respect you interrupting me, and it seems that you really need an education on how this stuff works, and I'm going to give you one today. Do you want to speak with Mr. Berry in a breakout room, sir, or not?
No, with all due respect, Your Honor, yeah, I have the right to represent myself in my own person, and that is what I intend to do. After having understood the nature and cause of the action against me.
Well, I've given you, we've gone over all the natures and causes. We've gone over the maximum possible penalty for these offenses. I gave you an opportunity to speak with how and explain to you how the court hears your representations. You can choose to file those representations or not. But in the meantime, I'm going to order you now. I gave you the dates. I'm going to order you now to report to the Wayne County Jail by 5 p.m. today to do those 30 days.